Now, the Fox 61 Weather Watch with Chief Meteorologist Rachel Frank.
Way too much rain out there today. In fact, there are still road closures in Windham and around that area. Look at how much rain ended up falling. Hampton with 7 inches, Windham 4.5, 4 inches in Chaplin. So northeastern Connecticut got hit particularly hard. But we all saw heavy rain, with the exception of the immediate shoreline. Along the shoreline, there were some showers, half an inch here, a half an inch there. But overall, it was certainly not as impressive, not as overwhelming. The Hartford area also saw some significant flash flooding. So did the Bristol area, and it was just a mess out there on the roads today. So the ground has been wet. It was just a recipe for disaster with those additional slow-moving downpours, especially after all the rain that we saw Saturday, Sunday, and on Monday. Taking a look at the radar right now, yeah, there's still an occasional pop-up shower, but once we get through this, and we're almost there, we are so close, there's going to be a big change that you will be able to feel by the time you wake up tomorrow morning as we go from, what was a week, 2 weeks? Felt like a month of tropical dew points down to comfy, refreshing air. And by the time you wake up tomorrow morning, September's back. Overnight lows in the 50s to right around 60 degrees. Heading through the day tomorrow, it is a true beauty. Sunny, less humid, high temperatures climbing into the 70s. Overall, I think you're going to love it. Friday is nice too, but we will see increasing clouds as some of the outer clouds start to head towards Connecticut from Hurricane Lee. I wanted to start out with this zoomed out version because I wanted to show you how large this storm is. It is very large when you're looking at it against the United States. For context, it's a Category 2 hurricane with winds of 105 miles per hour. The worst of the storm's winds are expected to pass to the west of Bermuda. And as the storm encounters dry air, wind shear, which can tear the storm apart, and cooler water, it will weaken. So the top winds come down, but at the same time, the wind field will actually be expanding. So impacts will be felt far from the center of the storm. That being said, it's still going to pass 200, maybe 250 miles to the east of us here in Connecticut. So the worst impacts will be well to our east, and we're more concerned about a significant storm for areas like Cape Cod and the islands, all the way up through Maine, and of course, Nova Scotia, near where the storm is going to be passing. But up and down the East Coast, rough surf, rip currents, and beach erosion are a given. So taking a look at how things kind of unfold for us, I think it starts to get breezy later on Friday. By Friday night, it's starting to get more windy, and we'll really notice the winds the most heading into Saturday morning and midday. There's still some question as to how much rain we could get. This computer model mainly keeps us dry. Others show some of the outer rain bands making into parts of eastern Connecticut. And then heading into Sunday, the storm is pulling away. So during the day on Saturday, we'll see partly cloudy skies for some in western Connecticut, and there could be a lot more clouds as you head through central and eastern areas, along with the chance for a scattered shower, but not much rain. 30 to 40 mile per hour gusts should just about do it for us here in Connecticut, which normally is no big deal, but because the ground is so wet and there's a lot of leaves on the trees, that might be able to cause a few trees to come down. So there is a chance for some isolated outages. They will not be significant or widespread like it will be for our friends to the east. Here's a look at rainfall. Again, the biggest numbers to the east of us. For us, we are expecting a half an inch or less in western areas, and we're also not anticipating big coastal issues because the wind will be blowing in from the north away from the beaches. So again, a gusty breeze, but no coastal flooding and no flooding from heavy rain. After that, the storm is gone and a beautiful stretch, guys.